Hello kids, and welcome back to Life in the Woods. We are starting in the main menu screen, because I am assuming there will be another pop-up when I load into the Let's Play world, and I just want to have that on video, okay? You can see, we are on Angelica. I had to download quite a few things and do various of other little tweaks. Are we not getting a makeup? We were not getting makeup backup, okay. No. Okay, you can have. Not what I was looking for, no. Oh, it even kept what we were looking for previously. Okay. We have a new mod here. I don't know what exactly. I think I can disable this somewhere in here. If we go for inventory. I just want recipe mode. Does that work? I don't know, that's something I need to look into. Okay, this is still not ideal. I don't know if Angelica has a setting for making the glass panes look solid. I don't know why DecoCraft is being glitchy in the corner. If it's just a glass table, I'll live with it. It's not just a glass table. We're in danger. I made a lot of backups, don't worry. So basically, this is different. It has a different pace to it. The yapping. Okay, where do I even start? Okay. Optifine apparently was the reason we had our tessellating crashes. I don't know, dude, okay? I'm just playing the video game. What do you expect me to know about technical issues here? Huh? So, I previously, back when it was just a frame issue and I was, considering to, maybe switch out Optifine for something else. But I was really scared. Turns out when Optifine breaks, I'm more inclined to try something like that. So now we are using Angelica. That is a Optifine alternative. Which, in this version of the game is not super common. So I am very glad this exists. The thing is, Angelica has some decompatibilities. Oh my goodness, the English language is hard. So, for that, I had to take out just enough items. Because the core mod that is needed to run that is not supported by Angelica. I did try out one other one, which was being a bit weird and only showed recipes when over here, but then I found another one that does also use code chicken core, but it's made by other people in some kind of unofficial backlog. I don't hacking know. Fact is, I just already had to go into these settings here because it did keep a history of my looked up things here, and I was really embarrassed if you'd be seeing how many times I'd be looking up the most random recipes that I should know after 10 years of playing this mod pack or 15 years of playing this game. So, quickly disabled that, so no one can shame me. Shaders are supported by Angelica. But you have to go into the module configs and separately enable that. That was terrifying. I don't mess around with configs, those exist. And I don't touch them, because then nothing is gonna break. But I wanted my shaders, and they work. And we have 113 frames, that is gorgeous. In my little testing world, I was at 500 frames, and I was just oh my god. I feel like the sun is brighter than it was before. Maybe that's just what happens when I play one episode without shaders. Okay. I don't like that this is happening. I feel like that's just when things are being loaded for the first time into our site, sort of. I mean, I'm sure that's something I could learn to live with, possibly. I mean, it's gonna look really unprofessional whenever we do our world tours, but Kind of pick your poison at this point, and the world is running. We have everything that we usually have. I mean, yes, this looks different. I'll try to like get this away, but I don't want to like jump into the settings for ages. Like, I kind of wanted to just load up our world now and record and see if, you know, everything is gonna go up in flames or not, and so far it's not. I appreciate that. My autistic self is so incredibly bothered that the order of these are different. Even if I think we were to do this, it's different. Even if we do that, it's different than before. I don't know if maybe it... Did my GUI get resized? I don't even know. I think the order of this is... Maybe they have like one more slot here? Like one more row? I don't know. But we have our shaders back. And, you know, the glass, the little deco crap. Work in progress. Work in progress. But it appears everything is running fine. I don't know why Optifine is an enemy. We will probably try to put our vanilla paintings back into play. I will literally go insane if that happens every minute, just saying. So, we have one cookie here. It is time. Just gonna use the item frame that we still have. I think that was just the inventory tweaks thing doing its thing, hopefully. Do we happen to have some extra cookies still? And please tell me... I don't like how the spawner looks with this. Do we have vanilla cookies in here already? Oh, perfect. The fact that I wanted to have the food storage finished ages ago is also a little bit embarrassing. So, why does that cost 5 levels? Fixer of the crashes. So, shout out to the wonderful... I need to eat a sandwich first. I don't want to eat it on accident. we need to keep our little community help trophies. Also, or like, you know, when the saturation bar hit the white overlay. I don't know what fixed it, but it's gone now. I like that. So, the guy who invited me to join the Cobblemon SMP, and I swear I will get the video out soon, the first one, maybe still this month. Like, it's my goal to get it out this month. I was talking to him the other day and mentioned how stuff is falling apart, and then he sent me so many helpful things, and oh my god, the amount of respect I have for people who understand Minecraft crash logs and, you know, offer their big brains to help stupid little beans like me. May your pillow always be cold on both sides. Of course, it's still like currently a certain risk with everything, but I think we are off to a pretty good new start, if that makes sense. Oh, in fact, it's the shaders. The shaders is... Oh, I needed that. I so very much needed that. I don't work without my shaders. Just want to walk a little bit around and look at some stuff. Mainly, you know, all the DecoCraft items that we have over there and see how glitchy it's gonna be. I was a little terrified to, you know, start touching the mods that have been sitting in this mod folder for ages. And, you know, put them to the side and put other things in there suddenly. That is just... That seems illegal to me, okay? Part of me feels like a bit, quote-unquote, bad for adding other mods to this mod pack already. But, you know, I gotta keep my sanity somehow. Not jinxing anything, I'm staying silent. Just look around here, what a nice house. I'm not saying anything out loud. If you can all just think apart when we compare, for example, the piano in this house to the one in our house, there's one difference I'm noticing. Does the shader look better? Because damn. Is that what one recording session without shaders does to me? Okay. I am smiling right now. Close this door again. I guess we could maybe actually start building the next apartment here in the next episode. Why did I leave all the doors open? Maybe we'll even dare to add the vanilla paintings back. But, you know, for example, we had one right here. I'm a little bit more leaning towards to adding a bibliograph frame there, so, you know, it's not a spot that has an item in that slot already, so maybe the frame could hinder us from moving around though, I don't know. Fact is, I don't have any complaints right now. Not gonna say anything too loudly, but right now I am very happy, you know? We kinda got things working again. I'll do the big scary test too as well. Walk through the beach cabins, you know, that have vanilla paintings hung up. Very scary. Has that boat always been so far out? I felt like that used to be a little bit closer. Okay. Alright. Words cannot describe how much I appreciate this right now. Like, okay, if the table in our... Just in our house, not in this cabin. In our house wants to glitch every once in a while, I guess that could be okay. Let me test some other stuff. I think it might also be bibliographed. Have the seats always looked like this? We have a vanilla painting here. Did it reset my here's what you're looking at? Because I felt like we used to have it a bit more in the corner. Or am I just switching it up with other things now? Appears to work. Alright. Don't you do the thing. Don't you do the thing. I mean, it was just once now. Okay. But if we keep this basically loaded and enter that cabin and then go back out, is it gonna be okay still? We still need extra decor here. But this was also one of the cabins that led to us having the tessellating crashes back in like the 600s, 700s, somewhere around those numbers. I'm not, you know, exactly itching towards going there and then adding more things and basically, doggo, could you stop twitching, please? Don't have nightmares, dog. It is not a video on this channel if the dog is not having her little twitchy dreams. Yeah, twitchy. Talking about Twitch, I very much would like to stream soon again. But first my goal is to use this week to get a bit of content prepared in advance again, because that was very nice, you know, just going on vacation and knowing stuff is going to be uploaded. Incredible. We do need a little bit of dirt anyway. I believe we didn't have a random gap there. Like, in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing things, but maybe I'm just absolutely losing it by this point. Okay. Why did you recolor my grass? That's ugly! give me back my... This looks dead. I mean, I know it's been there for like 5 years now. Over 5 years. Almost 6. But come on. I mean, yes, I tend to kill my plants, but... Come on. Yeah, some things like bibliocraft, decocraft. I don't even fully know what's going on with the cookie jar. Okay, why do we have the void in the cookie jar? Let me take some screenshots. Doggo! Hey, girly! Sugar boo! Okay. We are just gonna open and shut the drawer a couple times. Are you awake now? Not really. I don't know why the drawer isn't working anymore. I guess I could live with it if it means we get to play the game. But I wasn't like this for over 1,000 episodes, come on! Okay, it might also be something in the shader settings, because I know Angelica is not like fully supporting shaders just yet. Like, I guess it's kind of scary to do in the recording. This is also so different now and I kind of hate it. I go to disable. And DecoCraft is very much still doing its thing. Can I get a screenshot while things are glitchy? I feel like it's actually better with shaders on. Yeah, okay, Bibli... It didn't say anything. This is something I guess we'll just figure out with time. Might be a little... Can I just... Okay, that's amazing. I don't have to, like, go back in there and reselect my shader. That's great. Yeah, okay, you're all having your little seizure. Please don't. This is still looking that way. Oh, cookies are still turning into cookies that have been sitting there for a few too many years, I guess. I guess the game is just really showing us what our house is gonna look like after all this time. Okay, where's the dust, given that we've never vacuumed in here? A table! I mean, I don't use these shelves that often. I'm sure we could maybe even replace our old school looking kitchen with DecoCraft counters in theory, where we can put items into and the things, you know, and then we could store all of that in there. Just do like these vibes, you know. This isn't glitching anymore. Okay. Can I get the cookies onto this picture too? Yes, but now... there we go. We have 3 weird little things happening. We're gonna go over to the Cabin Mountains, you know, take a little peek around there now. Just testing out everything. Eat one little sandwich. Oh, I do need to make sandwiches again. I haven't had like a proper amazing sandwich in quite some time, which is a shame. In general, I have been finding so many recipes I really want to try since coming back from vacation. But part of me is still like a little exhausted, and you know, I'm trying to get back into somehow developing a routine. Doggo, stop running. What? Who are you running from, girly? Okay. We're gonna go somewhere where I, first of all, don't run over my headset cable, where we just press W and I extend my foot. Oh my god. I need to do yoga again. This is not good. Girly, please wake up now. I'm under the microphone now, so this is what I sound like. Hello, Doggo? She's very much asleep, and I don't know why. I mean, I wish I could sleep like that. My sleep has been pretty horrible the last few days. I'm gonna do something slightly mean. I threw a tissue at her. Now she's awake. Sorry. Good morning. We have 205, 170, 175, 200. Stable frame rate. Oh, now she's leaving me. Come on, it was a clean tissue. How do things look in here, given that we have some bibliocraft and deco crafting? We also have a vanilla painting. Dangerous. It's like things kind of glitch around for 1 second when you first enter a place. But then it's kind of okay, I guess. The farmhouse cabin could also be a good thing. Just trying to, like, you know, figure out. The sun has never been this bright. Or is it because today is a rainy day? Who knows? Don't you do the thing. Alright, again, another area we've been meaning to, like, fully give a bit more love to. But right now, this is just sort of more like still very much a work in progress. Like, they could very much have some paintings up here. Why haven't we done that? Yeah, okay, there's like a little glitch here and there. I don't know if that is really fixable in this case. But did it just glitch underneath me? That just might be the pig's natural nature, given that all of these animals were rescued from cliffs and whatnot. Don't make me hit you. Nope. Can you walk? Or did we just trap him? Sorry, please get out of there. I didn't... Please. Thank you. That's a lost cause. Okay. That guy can go into the state. Yeah, we just had, like, I think a full chunk, or maybe it was just all the decocraft things around here. I'm a little suspicious still, but the fact that it is running, it's crashing, we have a good frame rate, we are able to have shaders on. We didn't have to say goodbye to this world. You know, those are all things that are kind of getting a thumbs up from me, except for this looking different than before. That is not getting a thumbs up. Don't switch my fate. That have been like this for ages. I don't like the chunk thing. Because that is what I've been mentioning previously when... Around the time when I started the Let's Play, when I had this issue, also in my other worlds at the time. But I think in the Let's Play 2 for one episode or so, where you just see like a random chunk unloading and then loading again, kinda? I don't know. For just like really a split second that you barely notice what you're seeing, but it's obvious enough to be annoying? Why is there grass here and not leaves? But yeah, it's all kind of working again, you know, we have a few little finishing touches that we should do, but we are able to play. And maybe, you know, with the amount of playtime that we're on, there are just sacrifices we kind of have to make at this point. But I'm just very glad that we can be here right now, and, you know, the fact that I did the scary step just to socialize with people, you know, mention things that are happening, and then have this super cool and kind person help me out. So big shout out to Razer. I will be linking his channel in the description because he's a cool guy in general, and he deserves to get some love. So go do that if you want to. I'm not forcing you. You're not being held at gunpoint. Don't worry. Yeah, the item's glitching. I really don't know what kind of noises I'm making today. I think I'm genuinely losing it at this point. But I mean, what do you expect from a 1000 plus episode Minecraft Let's Play? Do you expect someone mentally stable? Because you've come to the wrong place in that case. There is some behind us. I think that's enough. Or like all of it, I mean. What even are words? How do you... Okay, we got 18. I was worried we only picked up 17. Because, you know, it should be an even amount. Yeah, it's working. We have shaders. We can at least sort of play 25 minutes without crashing. That is progress from before. Also, I don't know. I want to get like a decent screenshot of this. Send it to him. Now, if we're somehow able to fix the structure spawns, then we're gonna be on a roll. Because if we... Can you stop randomly glitching painting? If we manage to do that, we would probably be able to obtain most of the blocks that for some reason we can't craft. You know, like the chiseled aluminium and chiseled steel and whatnot. All those little things. We might be able to get the missing plants, you know. I would love that. I would love to be able to actually say that we have all of these items. The order is different and it is driving me insane. Even though it's not like fully different, I think. But I believe Pam's wasn't it like so far down, right? I think Pam's was still before all the extra Bibliocraft, X Ancient Trees, and Biomes of Plenty. Right? Or is it just because I haven't scrolled through the list like this in so long that now everything is just seeming kind of sus? One thing. What? It kept it in this world? So here's the thing. When I went into my test world with first having Angelica loaded, it was like, hey, you're switching things. You have a backup. Do you really want to proceed? And I was like, yep. And for some reason my stats were reset, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be a little sad for the Let's Play, but given that, you know, the playtime is like the only thing that I'm 100% sure is correct. The death, that wasn't my death, that was the game killing us, you know. I was not suspecting to be killed while being in the loading screen, so that could have very gladly been erased. The game's quit. It wasn't updating for ages. Then I think it updated, and now it stopped again, so, you know, there's that. Blocks is, like, pretty hard to tell anyway, given that everything is modded, so, yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice to see the stats of, like, the amount of stuff we've killed, I guess. Not the animals, we have never touched them. No, we don't do that. But, we can play, and don't crash. And that means the absolute world to me. Like, this project... I mean, when I started the series, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna really stop or anything. I have big plans. But it wasn't like I really expected it to go like this, you know? It's been such like... Can you not? Such a classic thing for the channel that has just done so much for little old me. And the way I appreciate what, you know, putting videos of Minecraft gameplay has done for my life is very hard to put into words, and for some reason my eyes are getting teary now. Why can't I not talk about this like a normal person? Why can't I just go out there and you know, have unnecessary product placements for Raid Shadow Legends in here and get rich quick and then move to... Where's everyone moving to? Where do they not have to pay a lot of taxes? This Portuguese island starting with M. Malta? I'm not sure. You are not gonna get me there. Even though I did have Spanish for a few years when I was younger. And I was like, oh, Portuguese is so similar. I'm gonna learn Portuguese. And then I stopped going to school. And and I stopped learning Spanish. I do have over a 2,000 day streak on Duolingo of Spanish. And they recently changed the courses again, and now the first course I always use to keep my streak is no longer like that. And they switched it again after like a week or so. I'm very bothered by that. But fact is, I only really remember the basics of Spanish, and that is not enough for me to start learning another language. Even though, you know, it's like, I mean, I also want to learn Dutch. But yeah, maybe one day. Not to move to a random island, probably, because I don't think they have a lot of vegan food available there. And that is the priority for me. Like, really, being in London, and oh my god, the food, that was like so many fully vegan restaurants, so many options in grocery store. Even though we went to 2 different like big Sainsbury's and we did go to one Tesco Express, there were no direct labelings on the price tags, which was something I'm kind of used to from Germany. Like, most of our stores have that these days. At least the grocery stores. Discounters, not really, I think. But, you know, that was a little annoying, given that, you know, I was looking at the candy and it's like, okay, which stuff in here has shredded pig bones? What did get some honey glazing? Like, what the heck can I eat? I found, what are they called? Candy kittens. Very good. Especially the sour at the disco ones. Can recommend. They're very good. I brought 2 packs home of those. Would have probably bought more, but there were only 2 left, and I was very sad. Then I bought 2 other ones as an alternative. I don't know which ones, and they're behind me, but I don't see the name. It has like yellow packaging. But yeah, also just being able to open Uber Eats and have all these vegan choices. There is no vegan food that I can order to my house from where I live. Do you know what that feels like to have that thrown at you? To just, here's life. Here is what life could be like when you are vegan in a big city. Oh, incredible. But yeah, River Sage is back. I'm very happy. Maybe we can get the glass being clear, you know? I would appreciate that a lot. Maybe we can fix our little glitchy things and our weird little black shadows in the corners of our eyes. Maybe it's also just the demons peeking around the corner. Who knows? Either way, I've done enough yapping. Thank you guys very much for watching this silly little mess. Fingers crossed that from here on things are gonna look up for the series and we are not going to have to deal with scary random issues that I don't really know how to fix because I don't like that. Once again, massive shout out to Razer for suggesting different things that could be causing the crashes and saving the Let's Play in a way. Go drink water, stretch a little bit, you know, take your meds, take your vitamins, make backups of your stuff, and appreciate things before they randomly change, because this did not look like that beforehand. You know, yeah, goodbye!